The following is a presentation of Golf Strategies of Canada. It's a familiar sight in Canada, lining up for as much as 2 and 3 hours, day after day, week after week. Yes, Canadians play golf in great numbers, and the statistics back it up. More than 52 million rounds were played last year. More than 18% of the population plays the game. And no, there's no end in sight as the growth of the game continues. Canadian Golf Today, featuring the Canadian Tour, is brought to you by Infiniti, the official automobile of the CPGA and the Canadian Tour, who invites you to experience the perfect drive. And by Bell Cellular, above and beyond the call. Autumn, perhaps the most beautiful time of the year in Canada, with the leaves changing colors and a little nip in the air. But it is also the end of the golf season for 1991 and the last edition of Canadian Golf Today for this season. Hi, I'm Bob McCowan. On this week's show, we'll take a look back at 1991 and the performance of the Canadians, both on the Canadian Tour and around the world in professional golf. It's been a year of some successes and maybe a few disappointments as well. It's also been a year of explosion in golf course design and architecture. Over the last 20 weeks, we've shown you a great many of the new layouts across the country from coast to coast, and we'll take a look back and show you some of those one more time. It has also been a year of success, improvement, and advancement on the Canadian Tour as well. That in spite of an economy that really hasn't lent itself to expansion. And yet 1992 is looking bright already with an expanded schedule and even more in prize money. Here's a look ahead to the Canadian Tour 1992. Perhaps the most significant thing about the Canadian Tour is that it's growing. Next year, the Tour increases its schedule by at least 2 tournaments, and currently there are discussions going on that would see 4 new events. The 92 Tour begins in late May on Vancouver Island for the 8th annual Payless Pepsi Open. With prize money of $100,000, the tournament takes place May 28th through the 31st. The Tour then goes to the mainland of BC, where Guy Borrow started his run to the top of the money list in '91. Borrow set a course record at the Vancouver Club last year, but next season, the 59th Xerox BC Open will be played at the beautiful Point Grey. The schedule then makes its way to Alberta at the Wolf Creek Golf Club in Ponoka, just outside of Edmonton. Wolf Creek is a demanding stop on the Tour. In 1991, Rick Todd backed his way into the winner's circle as he watched the leaders falter. This year's event goes June 11th through the 14th, the 59th annual Canadian Home Assurance Alberta Open. In 1991, the Tour made its first stop in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan for the Willows Classic. The Willows Golf and Country Club was a brand new facility, finished just in time for the first edition of the Classic. Next year, it will have had time to mature, and the Willows Classic takes place the last week of June, the 25th through the 28th. The Tour's next stop, the Manitoba Open, and once again, it'll be played in the wide open spaces of the Breezy Bend Golf Club outside Winnipeg. This tournament is a fan favorite. It's not unusual to see more than 10,000 people line the fairways to watch the action. In '92, the tournament takes place July 9th through the 12th. Then it's on to the City of Roses. Windsor, Ontario hosts the Windsor Charity Classic, played at 2 golf courses, the first 2 rounds taking place at the Roseland Golf Club, the final 2 rounds at Point West. The 13th annual tournament takes place July 23rd to the 27th. The defending champion, John Erickson. And the newly opened Eagle Creek Golf Club will host its first ever professional tour event, held in Canada, Ontario, a satellite city just outside the nation's capital. Eagle Creek was opened this summer, and the first annual National Capital Classic will be held from August 6th through the 9th. Then it's on to Quebec, to Victoriaville at the Club de Golf de Victoriaville. This is the 78th edition of the Quebec Open, the Lactantia Seal Test Quebec Open, to be played August 13th through 16th. Again, the prize money more than $100,000. The Tour then makes its way to the East Coast for the Atlantic Classic, and for the first time, the tournament will be played outside of Prince Edward Island, this time at the Mactaquac Provincial Park Golf Club in St. John, New Brunswick. From next year on, the tournament will be moved around the eastern provinces. Next year's Atlantic Classic goes August 20th through the 23rd. There are 4 more confirmed dates for next year, but as of now, the sites and times have yet to be determined. Of course, the Transamerica Life CPGA Championship will be contested, the highly successful Tournament Players Championship, the international team matches will round out the schedule, and in Ontario, the Tour has confirmed that it will resurrect the Ontario Open. Yes, 1992 could be a banner year for the Canadian Tour. When we look back at 1991, the performances of Guy Boros stand out. Boros started his run for the top of the Canadian Tour in Vancouver at the BC Open. Winning the tournament at $31,000, Boros had 4 top 10 finishes, including back-to-back second-place finishes in Quebec at the Quebec Open and the CPGA Championship. And he ended up atop the Du Maurier Limited Order of Merit, with winnings totaling more than $64,000. The plaque to honor the Teledyne Waterpik stroke average leader went to Louisiana native Kelly Gibson. The 5-year pro had 5 top 10 finishes in 9 tournaments on the tour. In '89, he won the Victoria Open, and this year took top honors in Manitoba, and he'll continue his quest for a PGA Tour card this fall. Kelly Gibson's stroke average over 36 rounds of golf, 69.75. By winning this year's Teledyne Waterpik Stroke Average Award, Gibson collects another $10,000 to add to his Order of Merit winnings of more than 44. In our next segment, a look at Canadian results around the world. We'll have that when Canadian Golf Today continues.